Hey guys, HBO just released some brand new images from Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 4, and this is what we're going to be taking a look at today. So I'll have another video kind of breaking down the trailer, doing a deep analysis of anything we can find in that trailer, but this video is just going to be about these 4 images that HBO released for this next episode of Game of Thrones. So from this first image, one thing is quite apparent with this and with Episode 4 is that a lot of people actually survived the Battle of Winterfell. And we didn't actually really get that impression from the episode. It looked like just about everybody died except for the main characters. But it looks like there was actually quite a lot of people who did survive. So that's really awesome to see. But then again, I still don't think that they're going to have enough to really battle Cersei. But we got, of course, like a lot of these main characters here. We have Sandor Clegane. Then we have Sir Davos. Right behind him, you can see that we have Gendry. And then we have Sansa, and behind Sansa you can see that we have Sam, and then we have Arya and Bran, and then what looks like on the right we have Jon. And I just gotta point out, look at this dude checking out Arya from behind. And then of course we have all the bodies laid out in front, and in this next image of course we can see Jon holding a torch, and then in the one after we can see that all these characters are walking up to these to light them on fire. So we can see here that we have Sam, Daenerys, Grey Worm, Jon, Sansa, what looks like Arya, and Tormund all walking up. And it's kind of interesting. This begs the question, why are they actually burning these? Because the Night King is actually dealt with, so they don't have to worry about any of these dead coming back. But maybe it's just easier this way than digging, thousands of graves and more of an act of respect. And it's kind of interesting to see these specific characters walking up. I would imagine they might be doing it for their specific individuals that they lost. So here on the right we have Sam. He might be doing it for the Night's Watch. Daenerys could be doing this for the Unsullied and Dothraki, but I think that Daenerys is most likely doing it for the Dothraki because we have Grey Worm, who would most likely do it for the Unsullied. We have Jon, which could be doing it for the Starks of Winterfell, along with Sansa and Arya. And then we have Tormund, who could be doing this for all of the Wildlings. But this shot here especially puts into the scope of how many people actually survived. Of course, we had all those individuals down in the crypts, but it didn't seem like there's too many. But here we have probably at least 50 to 75 people that did in fact actually survive. And then the last image we have is of Grey Worm, Varys, Missandei, Daenerys, and Tyrion all standing together. And in the back we can see there's still plenty of Unsullied still alive. But with this next episode, I think it's going to be more about mourning the deaths of all those they lost, and then continuing on towards King's Landing. We already saw some shots from the trailer of some Targaryen ships, as well as shots with Cersei. So I think in this episode, it's going to be probably a pretty good split between half the episode focusing on the north and the aftermath of the Battle of Winterfell, as well as checking out what Cersei's doing down in King's Landing. And we already got shots from the trailer of King's Landing, so it seems like a good portion of this episode is going to be focused on that. And then after this episode, we only have 2 left, so we are halfway through the final season of Game of Thrones. This is actually pretty crazy, but this episode is going to be 78 minutes long, so it's going to be about the same length as episode 3 and 5 and 6. So the series is halfway over, and I think that with this episode being almost like an hour and a half long, a lot of stuff is going to happen, and I don't think it's going to be an episode like 1 or 2. How in those episodes there's mostly people sitting around and not doing much. I think that they might spend the first 15 to 20 minutes of the episode mourning the loss of all those who died in Winterfell. And then I think after that, they're really going to cut to the chase and get towards King's Landing and really focus and set up another battle within King's Landing. And I think that they might start the battle at the end of this episode or just get right up into that, so that way we can start that out with episode 5. Because episode 5 and episode 6 are 79 minutes each. And there's still a lot to explain left with this series. So I'm excited what they can do with episode 4. Let me know your guys' thoughts on all this in the comments down below. Is there anything that I missed with these images? Let me know down there. And if you guys enjoyed the video, give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
You'll rip her out root and stem.